What's going on, guys? Armando Gong here. I don't know what day in the cycle I'm at this point, but this week is supposed to be my deload week, and I missed a couple of workouts last week, so I used this week to basically catch up. And in addition to that, I actually got sick the last couple of days, so I'm not even fully back yet. But since this is my deload week, I decided to take it easy. On this first day back from my cold or flu or whatever I got, I basically just caught up on one of my missed workouts from last week, which was my bench workout on day 6, which was to work up to a top set of 3 at RPE 10. I haven't been feeling too well, but I worked up to a top set of 230 pounds, and for the most part that was where I was expecting to. Even if I was at like full 100%, it'd probably be like 235, 240 if anything. And I'm okay with that, that's what it is. And once I finished that, I did 4 sets of 3 of back off sets at 210 pounds, and they went pretty smooth for the most part. Can't really complain there. I think the biggest thing was just taking it easy since it's my first day back from being sick, and I think everyone should always do that. Otherwise, for tonight, I didn't really have too much time to work on other things. But we'll see. This is my deload week, but I'm trying to catch up on some missed workouts and take it easy until my next next week starts. All right, I'll talk to you guys on day 2. All right, day 2 is in the books, and after thinking about it some more overnight, I think I'm just gonna stick to the schedule of my deload week and go by those exercises and weights, except if I missed a workout from last week, I'll just do last week's workout in place of this week's workout, because the exercises are the same, it's just a different intensity and different set ranges. So since I did last week's top set of 3 at RPE 10, this week I have a deload week of squats for 3x3 at 275 pounds. When I'm doing a lot of weights at home, typically I don't put on a lot of my boots, not my boots, I don't put on my shoes, my belt, or my knee, or my wrist straps. And I think I like to just keep it that way because 1, it's easier on me, and 2, I like to just practice my form without all the extra gear on me. But on another hand, it could just be me being lazy and not trying to put this stuff on and not trying to practice in a test or meet situation. It could go either way, but right now I'm leaning more towards just not doing it bare, if anything, because it's easier on me and helps me continue keeping with the routine. Squats felt fine, little bit misgrooving here and there, but I think overall it didn't feel too fatiguing, which should be how this deload week should be like. Next up after that, I did 3 sets of 10 of snatch grip deadlift at 225 pounds. I can't say my bar path on these is great, just because I noticed that the bar isn't staying in front of me directly on my shins. But at the same time, as an accessory movement, I'm trying to keep my back tight. I'm trying to just engage everything in my posterior chain, I guess. And I think that as a movement, it's pretty good overall, and I definitely feel it even since it's such a weird and novel movement to me. So, it was great doing these extra movements. Next, I had some bicep curls. I did not do them last week. I did them this week for 3 sets of 8 at 65 pounds. They're curls, they're what they are. And that's it for tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Bye-bye. Alright, day 3 is in the books. Today I had a very short session because I didn't have that much time, so I just wanted to keep it to my day 2 listed on my deload week, which was 2 sets of 3 of spoto press and 3 sets of 10 of tricep press downs. For my spoto press, for some reason I actually feel a lot stronger on the spoto press than I do on my conventional bench or competition bench. And I guess it's just me being used to doing the spoto press a lot more than my competition bench these prior blocks, but I felt very smooth and it was very in control throughout all these 2 sets. So, spoto press is going great. Hopefully it carries over well into my competition bench. Then after I was done with that, my program called for some tricep press downs. I don't really have that at home. Like, I have an apartment gym, so all I got are some bands, and I just picked the black band to do, and I did 3 sets of 10 with those. And I mean, getting a good pump in my triceps can't hurt. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for today. I'll see you guys in day 4. All right, bye. All right, day 4, workout 1 is in the books. Just because it's the 7th day of my week. I'm missing a bunch of different exercises and workouts that I didn't do from this past week. I'm just gonna try and do them all today, split them up into 2 different sessions. And luckily the workload isn't too bad that I'm just like super fatiguing myself, and the fact that it's a deload week, just trying to get the reps in and get the work done. So for my first exercise, I did sumo deadlifts up to 3x3 for 310 pounds. Something I noticed between the difference lifting at home and lifting at a gym with like an actual setup off the floor was that my stance, I changed my stance while I was working at home, so I reverted back to what I felt like would be most productive in the actual gym. And it felt pretty strong, and I can't really tell too much since it's just a deload week, but I felt like different parts of my legs were being activated. Like I'm using more of my quads instead versus trying to like get as the most limited range of motion. When I spread my legs out further, I think it's just because my hips just don't support that. It's just better off when it's a little bit narrower. So the deadlifts felt pretty strong, and yeah, I'm starting working with that. After that, I did 2 sets of 3 of good mornings, and the first set I tried to do it at 235 pounds, and good mornings aren't something I really like to do in general. Like, it feels very unnatural for me, so like once I did that first set, I lowered it. The next set I dropped it back to 205. That felt a lot better. I felt like I got much better engagement in my hamstrings, and overall it just felt more comfortable and something that I can control. So that's what I stuck with, and I think that's about realistically probably like a RP 6 or 7, but you know, it's what it is. All right, after that I did 1 top set of 3 for a bench at 150 or incline bench at 150 pounds, and you know, nothing too major about this. It was just practicing one of my accessories for my comp bench. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. Ended this first session with 3x3 at 175 pounds, and I felt very smooth. I was just practicing my technique over and over and over again, and you know, just working out the kinks and just practicing good form at these lower intensities. All right, I will see you in my next session. All right, later. Alright, I just wrapped up my session 2 of my day 4 of the deload. I worked up to 2 triples at 290 pounds on my squat, and it was just nice getting the groove through and just practicing the technique. Next up, I just did some more accessory work with my rear Romanian deadlifts and also my military press. For both, for the Romanian deadlifts, I did a 2x6 of 285 pounds. I think it was roughly RPE 8, but I can't really tell with these things. And also I did a deload set of military press at 1 set of 3 at 115 pounds. Weight was pretty manageable, pretty easy, just getting the work in. That pretty much wraps up my work for this week. I didn't do a bunch of deload exercises or accessories more specifically, but sometimes you just have to just work with all the big lifts and cut out the things that you don't, that are more isolation based, especially when you're crunched for time or you're sick or whatever. But I got all the main compound lists in, all the main movements, and whatever full body movements I also did work. So, you know, I'm all in all too happy. Then I'm not too concerned. I'm like that I didn't do like my skull crushers and some other more body part based movements. Next week, I start up on my peaking block since I am about 5 weeks out from my meet. Can't wait. I'm pretty excited to start doing this and see where I'll get to go on my meet day. All right, till the next video. All right, bye.